important.
Okay. Now we are recording. Oh, I just hit escape. Okay.
Enix. Yay!
Start button.
Starting our journey. I heard a noise.
Yeah, you got a notification.
Oh, what was the note of?
I don't know. It's your computer. I prefer not to eavesdrop. I guess you're Will, Galuf.
Okay. My name is Will. A year has passed since I went to the Tower of Babel with my father. Babble, babble, babble. My father and his party met with disaster. Somehow I made it back to South Cape. I still can't believe my father is gone. I'll never believe it. When I grow up, I'll be an explorer and see the world. Somewhere I will meet my father. Clang.
Am I the teacher?
I guess so.
That's all for today's lesson. You four do your best not to fall behind, okay?
Okay.
Demons have appeared outside of town. If you go very far, you must go with your parents. Okay?
I'll be that middle kid, Eric, because he's a kid.
Okay.
Galuf, you want to take purple guy?
Okay. That's a guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause yeah. I'll see you guys at the usual place.
I have to go home first. I'll see you guys there later. If you don't hurry home, your mother will think that you were kept after school.
I guess I'll be this guy. Like always, the cave at the seashore.
La-di-da.
How do I run?
Hi,
I don't
Frieza.
know the-
I'm not equipped with things.
Bye, Frieza.
You look like a fast runner. To run, push the control pad twice.
Oh. Really? Wow.
What?
This is such an old game.
I am the jeweler Jet. I control the seven seas.
What?
What's your business? Is that right? How do you do? Once you hold up the red jewels, you'll have to come running to my place. I am a famous master of disguises. If you saw me in another town, you wouldn't know me.
You're related to that fish, aren't you?
What are you talking about?
I heard that. I feel sorry for Seth. I understand why. He hates to see his parents fighting every day.
No sooner was the door to Seth's house opened than a jar came flying out.
Should I?
Somebody!
What's wrong with having a little fun with my hard-earned money? Ah!
It's no joke, that man! I put up with it for Seth's... why is his name so hard to say? I put up with it for his sake, but if it weren't for him, I'd have left long ago.
Small fry. This is Lance's house. He lives here with his frail mother.
Your father has been lost at the Tower of Babel for a year now. Babbling. Seems like only yesterday.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
It's the same thing.
What are you doing?
I'm taking that red jewel out of your pod and leaving.
All right.
Bye-bye.
You can steal from me. That's fine.
Thanks! Very kind of you! My astronomer friend said something very strange. A star is approaching the Earth.
Oh, great,
God.
Lavos.
Yeah.
I envy you when I see the sea breeze blowing your hair like that. Oops. Not like mine under this scarf.
Well, take
No,
the
it doesn't
scarf
look so cool.
off.
My
What?
friend Eric lives here. This is the biggest house in South Cape. I envied people born to rich families.
Yeah, translation is crap in this game.
I forgot about that little weirdness.
Yeah. Everyone is jealous of this big house. We moved to this town before anyone else. That's why.
Galuf, it's your turn to be a woman.
Okay.
It's the little things in life that make you rich or poor. Well, heard any good stories?
Yep, my hair always flows in the wind. Isn't it awesome?
You must use the best shampoo ever.
What? Don't worry, I'm not on fire. It's just a treatment for my sore body. Cleaning this house, big house, all day makes my brain ache. That's why it's on fire.
What? Yeah.
Oh my god.
These game designers.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's strange. This game is like red light, green light.
Only better. How long have we been playing this?
She has 2 voices.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
travel around to people.
Your turn.
Everyone has 2 voices.
Yeah.
Go for it, Galuf.
I travel around to people's houses selling weapons used to fight demons. We may live in troubled times, but I won't sell a weapon to a child. Also, let me read Frizz's reaction to the lady on fire. What? Huh? Huh? I am confused!
Yes, that's an appropriate reaction. I'm worried. There's been a lot of strange merchants lately doing business, selling weapons to small children.
Nice smell. I just realized I'm like reading all the parts. There's no
It's okay.
stove, so I'm cooking in this pot. Mm.
Nobody's saying a whole lot, so, these parts are a lot smaller.
Mm-hmm.
This is my house. The pie that Grandma Lola is making smells really great.
I guess.
Yeah,
Okay,
go
well.
ahead.
Welcome home, Will. Dinner isn't ready yet. Go outside and play for a while.
Strange, eh?
I am not good at old guy voices. So somebody who is gonna have to read this part.
I could do my Mason voice, but then I'd be reading both of his.
That's fine. It's not like they're gonna be around for very long anyway.
Coming home at this hour probably means you had to stay after school again. Excellent. Even if a boy can't study, he should show a little initiative.
By getting into trouble.
Go get him, Tiger.
Yes, it
Yeah,
looks like she
Chris
is.
is right. She is cooking with a bookshelf.
Yep. I wonder if they meant to put an oven there and just ran out of memory or something.
I'm using my knowledge.
Hold it! Many demons are prowling around outside the town. Didn't your teacher warn you not to leave town without your parents?
God.
Maybe.
It's silly, Frieza.
Gosh, I can't pull it up. Tell you what.
Seaside Cave.
It was natural for the four friends to call this seaside cave their second home. Usually, when lessons were done at the school, they gathered there to talk and play games. We gathered there to talk and play games until sundown.
What is it, Will? It's late. I'm playing cards with Seth. Wait a minute. I'm winning.
I'm going to win again for sure.
You can be the blank narrator.
Okay, suddenly this kid ran in.
Ah! Big news! The Princess of Edward Castle has run away! They say she came to South Cape. Boink, 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 boink.
That's all. You came in such a hurry that I thought something really big had happened. The princess is probably that spoiled girl Kara, the one you like so much.
Liar! Maybe the soldiers will come here looking for her. The soldiers from Edward Castle look so cool! I want to steal helmet too.
That's nice.
I'm not interested in girls. I like adventures better.
And I thought everyone would be surprised.
Can we get back to the card game?
Will, get over here and sit next to Eric.
Because we can't have our formal playtime unless you take your place at the table.
We're going to play a children's card game.
Exactly. Everyone's here? What should we do today? I suggest Duel Monsters.
I want to see Will's mysterious power. You haven't seen it. You haven't seen it? He can move things without touching them.
It was kind of out of nowhere for him to suggest they hadn't seen it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a question mark.
He moved the statue that's in the corner of the cave. Show me again. Children's card game on motorcycles. Oh, it moved. Next, pick a card, any card. I'll put 4 cards face down. Pick the one you think is the trap card.
Oops. Sorry.
Blah, 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 blah.
If I hit any button, it moves. And even if I don't hit the buttons, it continues.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Duel monsters. Blah, 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 blah.
This is the trap card.
Will picks up a card. It's the Ace of Diamonds, of course.
Ah, right.
I'm speechless. Hey, Seth, this is some type of psychic power, right?
Yeah, it must be some kind of psychic power thing. If I didn't know better, I'd think it was magic. The Gathering. Most people have 5 senses. Sight, hearing, taste, smell, and touch.
Oh, sure, they cram everything in on the other ones, but on this one, let's make sure everybody knows what the 5 senses are.
I think Will's psychic power is some kind of 6th sense.
What Seth says is too complicated for me to understand.
Really?
Yeah. Seth,
back to
let's
class,
play
kid.
one more game.
If only I could do that.
I'm going to win again for sure.
One more game with Seth and I'm going home.
It was already dark by the time I left the cave. I'm learning.
Even if I move to another place, I can't pull it up.
Do these kids not know chaos theory and pure chance, says Frieza.
Game theory.
I don't think they even really know sword theory.
Moving the statue, though. Without touching it. The pig's wrecking the room. But why is there a pig in my house?
Piggy, it's Henwin.
You can be the piggy, Thera.
Okay. Ink, ink.
Shove.
Hamlet, you shouldn't snort at strangers. Is this your house?
Yeah, so?
Frankly, you look a little shabby.
Well, excuse me, princess.
Your father? Mother? Not here, huh? Is this a picture of your parents?
My father's explorer. He...
I know, Omen the Explorer. They say he was lost.
Eh, he'll come back someday.
Are you sad? No? I'd be sad if it were me. I'm sorry. Anyway, is there a piano here?
No, there isn't. But Grandma Lola is a great singer.
They're singing upstairs now. They have such loud voices.
Yeah, Frieza has a point.
Uh-huh.
Welcome home, Will. When I sing opera, I lose track of the time, and I don't care who comes in this house. Dinner's not ready yet. Oh, my, I haven't sung like this in a long time. Your grandmother Lola used to be a singer. I fell in love with her voice. That's why I married her.
Though I think I remember why she's in the house.
Oh, you, bringing up a thing like that. Will, you shouldn't be surprised to hear that. The girl who was singing with me a minute ago.
No!
A scream from downstairs. Oh no! It's that girl screaming! Let's walk.
Princess, I've been looking for you!
I don't know you. Be gone.
What are you saying? If I don't take you home, I'll lose my head?
What do
Question
I
mark?
care if you lose your head?
Princess! Do you think I have nothing better to do than chase you down? I must take you home. It's the king's orders. Tried.
I'm sorry I lied to you. I'm King Edward's daughter, Kara. Will, I feel as though we've met before, as if we were good friends.
And this is why she was hiding in the house.
Yes.
I just wanted you to know. Goodbye!
Okay, can I have dinner now?
So that girl likes to play practical jokes. Oops. Edward Castle. There's a big viaduct under the castle. Your grandfather designed it.
What? Really?
I used to be an architect. There's a prison under the castle. It's built like a maze to keep the prisoners from escaping. I feel bad that I built a prison where people disappear and are never heard from again. But oh well. Enough serious talk, let's eat dinner. I've made a delicious pie. Let's sit at the table upstairs.
Because the one down here isn't good enough.
That's right.
We sat down to a feast of snail pie with whipped cream.
Ew.
Mm. I only got one piece, but Grandpa Bill ate half the pie.
It was delicious.
That night, I dreamt that Kara and I took a trip around the world.
You have the most challenging reading part of the entire game.
And the next morning, something began to happen.
What? What began to happen?
Nothing.
I had more stale pie for breakfast. That's what happened.
It's the gas attack from eating all of those snails.
I
Oh, God.
left your slice.
Open a window! Open all the windows!
Good morning, Will. A letter has come for you from King Edward. This is what was written in the letter.
Somebody want to be the king?
Bring the crystal ring from Ullman's things to Edward Castle. King Edward.
I've been in a bad mood ever since I saw this letter. Oh, Will, I'll teach you a spell. When I'm upset, humming this tune makes me feel better. I hummed a strange melody.
That's pretty. Even though I had never heard it before, it seemed oddly familiar.
You've learned Lola's melody.
It's the first Ocarina of Time.
Mm-hmm.
Is this gonna be like the animated adaptation of The King and I, and like if you're just attacked by horrible dragons and things, you can just whistle a happy tune and they'll all go away?
I wish. I don't remember any of the secret stuff about this game, like the gems.
Mm-hmm.
I know that I can collect the gems for stuff, but I don't know what stuff that is or how to get to them.
Frieza says, if you had never heard it before, it can't be familiar. Paradox!
King Edward has summoned you to the castle? Well, just be careful.
Will do.
I don't approve.
Where do you want to go? Edward's castle?
Easiest world map ever.
Okay.
Whee! That was fun.
This is King Edward's castle. I must report this intrusion.
I show the letter to the guard.
A guest of the king? I'm sorry. You may pass. Bread.
Thank you.
And then Will was mauled by hungry demons. The end. Says Frieza.
Yep. Those dang random encounters.
This is King Edward's castle. Be courteous and know that the king is very strict.
Okay. I'm gonna forget that in 5 minutes.
So you're Will? You were summoned by King Edward? Be careful when you meet with him.
Okay, I'll... What did you say?
Be careful when you meet with the king.
I already forgot.
I love you.
Well, he's shy. I'm glad that somewhere in the world there's someone who is thinking of me.
I want to be with you.
Okay!
This is the princess's room. Strangers can't enter.
Who is it? A guest?
This is just a shabby boy. It's me, Kara.
Oh, that's nice. Let him in, or I'll tell everyone your old nickname.
Oh, pardon me. Please enter. Please don't tell anyone.
Rusty.
You, yesterday.
I was told to bring the crystal ring to King Edward.
Terrible! It's terrible! Again, my father is trying to take something important from someone. I've escaped from the castle before. Now they won't let me go out. Recently, something very strange has happened in the castle.
My mother has hired a famous hunter. It's ominous.
Princess, let's go.
I feel scared. My father and mother seem to have changed. Please save me. Take me out of here. Please.
Princess.
Please come back, Will. You know, alive.
Ending.
Barrels.
This is the underground prison. Innocent people can't enter. Just guilty ones.
Is there anything in the barrel?
Atsuma smash all the barrels and then get charged money.
I think I remember someone hiding behind one of the pillars.
Yep, I'm looking.
Yeah, that. I remember we just kind of randomly stumbled on that.
Yeah. Recently, a hunter was hired. I wonder what the king is thinking.
Frieza is the hired hitman.
What is the king thinking?
The interview room is before you. Climb the stairs to meet the king.
The king.
Where's the pillar?
I think it's.
It
Oh.
might be at night. Oh, there we go. Don't raise your voice and mind your manners. In exchange, I will give you 1 red jewel.
Okay.
Thanks
Thank you.
for that, random person. I was so confused the first time I played this game and ran across that.
So, you are Will. Sorry to have kept you waiting. Let's go see King Edward.
Okay.
If you want to see the king, keep your wits about you.
Same thing.
Frieza is offering his services to Kara to kill her parents.
The king sent you the letter. Talk to him.
Okay, jeez. Your Will? You look so shabby. Well, did you bring the crystal ring? No. How dare you say such a thing to me? No one says no to me. Gods! Throw this impudent weasel in prison. Then go to Will's house and find the ring.
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, save me.
Did you just say ma'am?
I'm guessing that that's something that didn't translate well because there's a word in Japanese that's there's a word in Japanese for a woman that's very, very similar to a word for old woman. I wonder why I have her so. I wonder what will become of me now. Anyway, I have to think of a way to get out of here. This moss has seen thousands of prisoners come and go. Those prisoners must have been encouraged by any sign of life. I guess. Someone was chained to this ball.
So depressing.
It's locked. What do I do?
We stand here.
Blink. Blink.
Nobody knows the troubles he's seen. A soldier's whisper comes from a hole in the ceiling.
It's today's ration of bread. Even Moss drinks water. That made no sense.
Will tastes some of the bread. The bread is hard. It's the worst thing he's ever tasted. For some reason, he really misses Grandma Lola's creative cuisine.
Even snail pie is better than this bread.
Exactly.
Time passes slowly, but the long day is ending. Suddenly I'm narrating. It pains me to think of the prisoners' feelings, not knowing what they should do. While I was trying to think of a way out, I drifted off to sleep. Z.
A familiar voice speaks from the flute.
Will, this is I am your father. Join me, and
No, that's
together we shall
impossible.
rule the universe.
No, that's impossible. Wait, you are my father, aren't you?
I'm a flute.
Play.
Play with me, Will.
Oh god.
Oh, that sounds creepy.
It's
She started it.
Wasn't Frieza the one saying about pedophilia earlier? Yes.
Yes. This game's gonna be full of it by the time we're done.
Gonna be Beetle all over again.
Mm-hmm.
You were a cute child, but now you've grown up.
God.
Take some responsibility. Isn't Grandma Lola's pie delicious?
Sure, Dad. Where are you? I'm scared.
I can't tell you now. I have something to ask of you. Listen,
Okay, if it's your wish.
I want you to save me. I, too, was once held in this cell. Look at the left-hand wall.
Okay. What?
Random orb.
No, I'm looking at Frieza's response in the chat.
God! This game is so awkward. Yes?
Have you heard anything from Grandpa Bill?
Grandpa? He was an architect. I don't know what that has to do with anything, but he was an architect.
Your grandpa knows the secret of that stone.
Secret?
Starting now, you will encounter many terrible things.
Do I have to?
Yes. Pick up the stone your enemies leave. The power of the crystals is contained there. That power will prove to be your ally. You must make a pilgrimage to the ruins of the world to find the mystical statues. Nothing I'm saying makes any sense. The closer you get to the crystal, the stronger the evil power will be. Will, no time. Quickly. First to the Incan ruins.
The flute's voice fades and disappears.
Father.
Now figure out how to get out of the cell so you can go on this journey.
Oink, 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 oink.
Hey, Piggy.
Oink, 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 oink.
It's locked.
Piggy.
I wonder if this is Kara's pig. But look, there's a letter and a key tied to its tail.
The letter read.
Sorry to hear that you're in prison. It's terrible what my father's done, but hear what I have to say. I too am a prisoner, in a prison of silk and gold. But tonight, I will leave this castle forever. You also will be free. Kara.
You have the key! Exclamation point.
Yay! Piggy vanish.
Yeah.
It's locked. I need to equip the key.
I guess so. There's my equipment. Hey,
That's the one thing I remember. How it was like, we have to equip the key to use it.
Yup.
That and creepy statue man.
As he turns the prison key, the steel door opens with a dull sound.
it has to
Ooh, this is
narrate
becoming a visual novel.
everything we do.
As he turns the prison... Hey, there's no keyhole for the prison key.
God. I don't need anyone's help. I can get out by myself.
Okay, you have fun with that.
Okay. I will.
Meow.
Random gateway into an
Dark
alternate dimension.
space.
Who wants to be the creepy head?
You can be the creepy head.
Okay. I am Gaia, the source of all life. I will help you on your journey. Only one with the dark power can see this space. You are the chosen one.
I think his brain's going to implode. Nobody's saving this chat, are they?
No. Here, let me get my notepad. Save it. In the dark space, you can record record a travel journal. Stop there before you depart. I am Gaia. I said this already. The source of all life. I'll give you some advice. I am Gaia. Remember it. When you defeat all the enemies in an area, you will get a jewel that increases your abilities. Push the start button to see the locations of your enemies. It's located on your forehead. Find the demons and defeat them. Record what's happened so far.
Okay.
Finished recording. Continue your journey. Then get out of here!
Ah!
Okay, I am saving the chat.
But Frieza's right. Who puts that in the middle of a prison? How does that get in the middle of a prison? How does that even exist? Does anybody bother to explain? No.
No. Of course not.
Let's just smash barrels.
We can't. We can't even do that.
Sad. Stabby.
Heart, your HP power has increased.
When I defeat all of the enemies around me, a jewel will appear.
That's what I told you. Stick.
Poke of doom. Oh, thank God, mindless violence.
Except that it's the weirdest looking violence ever. Flute of doom. Going to flute you to death.
Will trying to break the fourth wall. Yes.
What fourth wall?
He broke a wall.
Yeah, the translation is a little goofy too.
Yeah. We were trying to find a fan translation of the Japanese version a while ago, but we never found it.
Yeah, there didn't seem to be one.
Yeah. Because it would probably make more sense.
Like maybe either find a way to fix the old lady joke or just remove it.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, Frieza.
You're our biggest fan, that's why.
Your strength has increased, and I have broken a wall for you.
Thanks.
You're quite welcome.
Now I'm hitting for 2 hit points instead of 1.
Yay! Well, Brute sometimes comes to the streams too.
Twirly twirly.
There's a dandelion floating about me.
Dancing, dancing. Hey! Oh, wait.
You're reading Lance, right?
Yeah.
Someone else should probably read. Hey! What are you doing? I'm trying to hit you. That's what I'm doing. She gets mad when you hit her. Come here, or the demon will get you. Yeah, I'll get right on that. she go? I don't know.
Button. So many monsters. Another wall. Ah.
Whoa.
Ah!
I'm under fire.
Go Zayli. Avoid them all.
Hey! Stupid spears.
Oh.
What?
It won't go in. Maybe it's rusty.
Oh yeah, that one.
I think that. Oh.
Donk.
Ooh.
Ooh.
When you defeat the enemies, a shiny silver dark gem will appear. If you collect 100 of these, you gain 1 life.
I think that's supposed to be a ghost.
Oh. Even if you're defeated, you won't have to go back very far. Ooh. Oh boy.
I think we got Frieza started on a bad path.
We're sorry, Frieza.
Fastest bats ever.
And they have freaking choreography.
No kidding. But I'm safe in this little area because they can't move out of that choreographed space.
Ah, the joy of safe spots.
Yes.
Give me life ups.
There she is. There's no keyhole for the
Prison key.
flower in the corner.
Try playing the flute. Play the melody.
Why is a flower talking to me?
She's bossing you around.
Am I going insane?
Maybe. But you should try playing the melody anyway.
He softly played.
The
Hey,
melody he learned from Lola.
the flower's dancing to
Blink,
it.
blink, blink. It's like a Super Mario flower.
He heard a soft.
Voice from somewhere. Strange voice. Go to the switch on the right-hand wall.
Okay. Switch, switch, switch.
The door won't open unless you push on the switch on the count of 3. When I shout, push the switch. I'll count 1, 2, 3. Don't make a mistake. Wait, I told you, you have to push them at the same time. Yada 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 yada. Blah 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 blah.
Darn it. Final Fantasy VII. Ah.
Mhm.
Stop! The door is open. Go in!
Yes.
Do it now! Now! No, I
Okay.
have to go back and kill monsters.
Experience and or something.
Yeah, level up stuff. Things. So fun. Stupid spears. Ow!
Ow.
Oh.
I don't like you things.
Spiky, spiky.
Oops.
He softly played the flute while he was running, but nothing happened.
He's all run. Do 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 do.
He softly played the flute while being assaulted by spears. Ooh.
There's probably a red jewel in it.
Nope.
Oh, you
There's
found
a
an
hefty
herb.
Herb.
Or a herb, because there's an H in it.
Are you the only one I missed?
Yes.
Good.
Your
I need that
defense has increased.
because I keep throwing myself into the monsters.
Congratulations.
Meh.
Are you congratulating her for throwing herself into the monsters?
No, for getting more defense. I could congratulate her for that too.
Thanks. How about I just hand you the controller and see how well you do?
Yeah. We have a guest, and they're never going to sign in.
Maybe they can't.
Maybe. That's okay. Frieza has the chat all to himself.
Ow!
Run away!
Oh god.
You got him.
It's okay, they can't aim either. It's another mysterious portal!
Yay.
It looks like you're hurt. Close your eyes.
Why?
Oh, no reason. I am Gaia, the source of all life. I'll give you some advice.
Are you a GPS navigation system?
Turn right at 3/4 of a mile. Your shape is only temporary. Try standing in front of the statue next to you. Record what's happened so far.
I guess.
Finish recording. Then go.
Oops. I guess you can be him.
Who?
This guy who's talking to Will.
Okay. Will, I've been waiting a long time for you to come. I am Friedan. I am eternal. I am awesome. Let me help you on your journey. As time goes by, you'll come to understand my nature. I like killing. Will gradually loses consciousness. Free.
Is this like id?
Kind of.
Like what now?
Id from Xenogears.
Ah.
Risa's like, I like killing too. Friedan and I will be great friends.
That's more damage.
Yes.
If I could only learn to aim.
I forgot about the skulls.
I'm just kind of reacting reflexively at this point. I don't remember what I'm doing. It reminds me of the first time I played the game. Except that I'm better at hitting the buttons this time.
Button.
Enthusiastic button.
Yes.
Come to me.
I want to be able to do that with like drinks and stuff.
Shiny shit. Yeah.
Or the TV remote. Just get it to come flying across the room.
You found a red jewel.
Oh boy.
Yay! Da 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 da. Ow! Hey! Stop it! Your defense has increased again. Does everyone in this game just have the force or something? No, just Will. When the enemies are destroyed, Will can return to his original shape. No, not again!
I'm back.
Oops.
Die, barrel.
Evil barrels. I saw you, but I'm surprised. You can change your shape like me. I'm Lily, an Itori girl protected by the flower spirit. How do you know a melody you could only have heard from us?
I learned it from Grandma Lola. She hummed it whenever she was upset.
I have had some of her pie. It tastes rather unusual, doesn't it?
You know my grandmother?
Actually, she asked me to rescue you. The Elder is calling. I have to go. We'll meet again. Goodbye, Will.
Bye. Then. Wow, she can turn into a flower.
And float away on the non-existent breeze.
She has magical force floaty powers.
Yes. So. There's nothing in the barrels.
Mm-mm.
See.
Of course you've come. Thank you. Was the guard outside asleep? His nickname is Old Snorehead. Sleeping again.
Your little pig has come.
His name is Hamlet. Cute, isn't he? He's very smart. He has some kind of strange pig power. Please take me out of here.
Okay, let's go.
Escaping.
Oh, wait. It will be a long trip. We should take some food. Would you go with me? Would you go to the cellar with me?
Alright, sure.
Ha!
Yes, the
Hamlet.
pig's name is very punny.
Pig. Ham.
Its name is Hamlet. Pig ham.
You've found a large, yummy roast leg of yak.
Speak and spell.
Everything's ready. Let's go before the soldiers find us.
Well, except for the fact that speak and spell doesn't just talk slowly, it also sounds demonic.
I want to kill your family.
At last, we leave. Let's go to your house. I'm worried about your grandparents.
They hurry to Will's. Run.
It's a happy tune.
They're hurrying.
Running very fast. Why does their rotation take so long? When we get here, now we're gonna have to
Tank,
face
tank,
forward.
tank. Because it's suddenly a survival horror game.
Mm-hmm.
If Frieza's comments, you're still recording, right?
Yeah, I'm still getting it down.
What's happened?
It's awful. Who would do such a thing?
My grandparents?
Grandpa Bill,
Grandma Lola?
I look upstairs.
I'll do something.
He'll sit there
I'll
and
play the
his-
flute.
Yeah.
Oops. Ah, come upstairs quick! It's terrible! It's just terrible! Come up quickly! Something
What, where?
along those lines.
What happened?
Look at the wall! This mark, a jackal. The jackal's here.
Jackal?
He's the hired hunter by my the hunter hired by my mother. An evil man who will stop at nothing. Once he starts after you, there's no stopping him. He has no regard for human life. Frieza?
Grandpa and Grandma.
Don't
Ah.
worry, you two.
You're the one who...
Who are you? I'm Will's friend.
Lily, do you know anything about this?
It's okay. Your grandpa and grandma are safe. They're in my village. Your village? Itori village. I've never heard of this village. Naturally, my village has a barrier around it. Ordinary people like you can't see it. Let's go, Will.
Okay.
I'm going too. It's far too dangerous for a princess. You can't stop royalty. I do whatever I want. Typical of a princess.
Link.
I think something good is going to happen. Before we go to my village, should we meet the townspeople? We might not be back here for a long time.
We already did that.
Time to do it again. I must run to meet my friends. I'm going to win again for sure.
That's all he does, day after day.
What happened, Will? Looks so gloomy. Something you can't tell us about?
What's the matter? You're not acting like the same old Will.
Intense children's card game match.
The loser must suffer a punishment game.
I am the... Hi. This is a rare jewel. Let me hold it for you.
That didn't sound right. Thera, what are you doing to this game?
There are now 4 jewels in the room. In what? You've collected more than 3 jewels. According to the list, you get the herb. You received the herb. What's your business?
My business is leaving now.
Is that right? Okay.
Getting out of this crazy
And there's Frizz's reaction.
have to go back.
What?
I think something wonderful is going to happen. No, from here on, there will be many hardships. You're nitpicking. That's what I expected. Have you ever been outside the castle? Crazy girl! Are you totally ignorant of the world? Will is my friend, understand? Hey, Will! Aren't you my friend too?
Yes, of course. Or, I'm going.
I'm going to the village. Which one do you choose?
Oh, well, I'm going to the village, because I am going.
I'm going with you. Let's go.
Together, the three set off for Lily's village.
And because of that one choice, bad end.
Bad end.
Frieza has judged you.
No.
I think it's an accurate judgment.
There's people worse than me.
This is my village, but you're probably surprised that there are no houses. Will, try playing the melody that called to me under Edward Castle. I have drugs!
Drugs.
Happy herbs.
Hooray. The melody carried on the wind and spread over the meadow.
So
Notes everywhere!
Wind.
it reveals the town.
Were you surprised?
Kinda, yeah.
There's a barrier around this village. Most people can't see it. The princess is getting to be a bother. On the road, all I heard was, "My feet hurt. I'm thirsty." I'm tired of hearing it. I can't help it. My feet hurt. Oh, okay. Well, come with me. I'll show you my house.
She's gonna kill her.
Yeah.
Stab. You're gonna go this way.
Okay.
Is that a guy?
I used to be.
What? Thera? Okay, why don't you read Gender Bender here?
The Incas who lived here were a tribe without a written language. Their legends are left in song. Even seemingly meaningless melodies, there is a message.
I am titling this episode WTH when we post it.
Frieza?
I think you killed him.
Frieza?
He's not responding, you guys.
Phoenix down.
There are no other children Lily's age in the village. Please become friends. Oops.
Have some brain have some brain bleach, Frieza.
You're safe. Good, good. A terrible thing has happened to us. A man called the Jackal came to the house with some soldiers. He almost got us. Grandpa panicked.
I destroyed their digestion with a poisoned marsupial pie. Then I ran away. Lily, thank you. I didn't know that Princess Kyra came too.
We didn't ask her to come along. Well, this is my house. You can look around the village, but then come back here.
Lily, wait! I'll go too.
The ruins are an ancient tomb. Why can't you leave them alone? I wasn't going anywhere near them. Yet.
Many people have come here to gather Incan gold, but many who set foot in the Incan ruins have never returned. Consider that a fair warning. And then Kara was never heard from again, yeah.
It's said that a messenger appeared here when the ancient world was about to be destroyed.
Then, all around the world, disease and famine began to increase.
Oops.
This planet is so awesome. Always had been peaceful.
Wait, disease and famine increases and the world is peaceful?
Yeah.
That's sort of morbid.
It had been peaceful? Or was that...
It had always been peaceful.
Mm-hmm.
Well, before it increased,
I don't
right?
know. Another rotten translation for the win.
Yeah. Try running down that hill and keep running. You'll be surprised.
Am I gonna fall flat on my face?
Whoa.
Whee!
That was fun. I
You could
almost
fly.
died.
Will hears a quiet voice behind him.
You've come, Will.
Who was that? Is that you, Oyashiro-sama?
I'm here, in the flowers. I've lived too long.
Oh, it's an old man.
I can't live without the protection of the flower spirit. You really look like your father. It seems like only yesterday that he came to this village.
My father?
Your mother, Shira, was the only daughter of your grandparents, Bill and Lola. She was very beautiful. Your father fell in love with her and took her from the village. All of the Itori tribe have a strange power, but Shira's was especially strong. She made a barrier to hide the town, but your father came through it easily. Come to think of it, he was unusual too. Were you summoned by your father?
Yeah, I was.
That fulfills Lola's prophecy. Do you plan to go?
Yes.
Good. I will entrust you with the Incan statue handed down to the village. The statues are the key to the Incan riddle, untouched by human hands for hundreds of years. One statue is enshrined in the cave below. Use all of your skill to find it.
So he's entrusting the statue to us, but we have to go get it.
It's a test.
Okay.
I am making up explanations as I go.
Stab.
Statue, where is the statue?
I don't know.
It's hiding from me.
You want the statue?
Nothing
Okay,
happened.
I'm leaving.
I'll get it later. Wee.
Yeah, he is.
He's the strong, silent type.
Yeah.
What? Inca statue?
It's said that it's in a cave on the outskirts of town. Seems there's a wall that sounds different when struck.
Oh ho.
It's a great village. The breeze is refreshing.
So we need bombs.
Yeah.
How is the elder? When you fought the demon at Edward Castle, did you find a shiny silver stone?
Lots of them.
Give them to me. It's a
But I
strange
need
power.
them.
What?
But I need them.
There's a strange power in that stone. Even if defeated by an enemy, if you have 100 of them, you will live again.
Ooh, yes, bomb shoes would work too.
There's an old legend in this village. A child with a good heart who controls the dark power will set out to save the world. At that time, a huge comet will enter Earth's orbit and a dark power will arise. These are the words of the Itari legend.
Alright.
Death and destruction.
Guess I'm going back to the riddle.
Okay.
And
Oops.
Ooh, whoops.
Yeah.
Whee! Okay.
Gotta go hit the wall.
I control dark power.
I think that's the wall, right?
I don't know.
That was not one of my better laughs.
Well, he is harboring the spirit of Friedan, whatever his name is.
I can't hear the wall.
Ooh.
There it is.
What am I
Maybe
supposed
if you
to do?
run into it.
Running into it doesn't seem to be working.
What items do you have?
Flute,
A
chicken
yen-
leg.
Hmm.
Huh?
I said flute, chicken leg, drugs.
Yak leg.
Key? I don't know. Stick a key in the wall.
There isn't a hole for it there.
Nothing happened.
Found the wall, you stupid old guy. What am I supposed to do with it?
Break open. Stab, stab, stab.
Stab, 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 stab.
Do we need to meditate?
Yes.
Okay.
We're gonna be here stabbing the wall for the next hour.
Open, shoot, stupid. Wow. Do something.
Hooray, Frieza's brain is not imploded yet.
Yay.
Let's see. Let me look it up. Meditation.
Become one with the cheese sandwich.
Cheese sandwich. Cheese.
Wall. Wall. Wall.
I will become one with the planet. I will become one with the waffles.
Or at least the wall.
The
Throw yourself at
pancakes
it,
and the cheese
splat.
sandwich.
Sephiroth is a part of your complete breakfast.
Yes.
What?
In Final Fantasy VII, the group thing we did, where he's like, "I will become one with the planet." Galuf was voicing him. He's like, "I will become one with the wall and the pancakes and the cheese sandwich."
Did I really come up with that? I thought
Yeah.
I thought someone else started that.
I don't know. I don't know. That's what I remember when I listened to it last time. And Ricky's like, "Oh God, I want to eat you."
Wow.
Yeah.
This stream is not rated PG.
It's a cheese
I mean,
sandwich.
general. It's a guy.
Let's see.
And just when Frieza was doing better.
I'm just gonna shut up.
There he goes again. Yes, Frieza, don't even. Just don't.
Okay, walk up to the last row of statue heads, the third, and stand on the left side of the right statue.
Left side of the right statue. Okay.
From here, head straight up until you hit the wall.
Oof.
If you use the flute to strike it, you should hear a different sound than striking other portions of the wall. Use Psycho Dash on this spot
I don't have Psycho Dash.
to reveal a hidden
I guess I
passage.
gotta go get it.
Psycho Dash.
Frieza's just gonna blame you for everything from now on.
No more Silent Hill for you.
Yeah, well, we know how Silent Hill would have gone if you had been streaming it tonight.
I would have
I
died.
would have found other
horribly.
uses for that frying pan.
Smacking people.
Yeah, because those are the uses that I think you would be coming up with.
Psycho Dash. Psycho Dash can now be used.
I am slowly going insane and gaining evil powers.
Only young Will can use the Psycho Dash. You can smash walls and obstacles by hurling yourself against them. By turning into the Hulk. Use the attack button to save energy.
It's called the Psycho Dash because you just kind of psychotically charge at anything with reckless abandon.
Yeah. If I had played Silent Hill tonight, I would have died because my arm is not working correctly.
That's true. But you still would have been trying to use it to club guys over the head and drag them to your cave or something.
No.
How do I use Psycho Dash? Oh, that's how. Yay!
You found Incan Statue A.
Why do the
Better
messages-
not be one for every letter of the alphabet.
Yeah, this is gonna be a very long game. Ooh, that's the Incan statue. Good job. I wonder if you were put on this earth to solve the Incan riddle. I'll tell you a legend handed down by our people.
The Incan riddle. Ram into a wall as hard as you can.
Yep. Your kitty is gonna jump on the counters.
Kitty?
Put the statue on the Larai cliff below the ruins where the spirits breath cannot reach. You're gonna have to get up and go get him. Well, don't snap your fingers with that arm. The winds in the valley will lead you to the gold ship. Understand?
I think so.
It's said that the Moon Tribe has one more. Heavily guide you there. Be careful.
Thanks, old man.
What? Moon Tribe? I know, not a tribe, more like a strange shadow form. A high mountain peak near here has become their home. Shall we go?
Yes, let's go.
Okay, I'll lead.
I'm going too. I want to see the Moon Tribe. Since I escaped the confinement of the castle, I want to see and hear everything.
No, it's too dangerous for princesses. If you don't want to bother Will, just wait here quietly.
I seem to be the only one left out. So I'll talk to Grandma Lola. Nya, nya!
She's sulking.
It's good medicine for a selfish girl. The mountain pass will be difficult, but let's do the best we can. So Will and Lily go to the peak where the Moon Tribe lives.
Yep.
Thera was drinking coffee and couldn't marry.
Uh-huh.
Coffee.
Coffee.
Yes, Frieza. Apparently I do.
Home of the Moon Tribe.
Ah, we've arrived. This is the Moon Tribe's home.
Good evening. Out for a stroll?
Who is it?
Up, up. This body is lighter than air.
What are you?
Guess who? What?
Birdman!
Wrong. Actually, we are the Moon Tribe, also known as Shadows.
Ah,
Wherever there's light, there are shadows. We, who were changed by being bathed in the light only once, will spend our future in a world without light.
One of my party has been kidnapped.
How?
Know your destination?
no.
Maybe someone's chasing you. Confusion.
A comet is a vehicle of destruction whose evil light has changed all creatures. It's a remnant of a weapon from a terrible battle long ago. Will the world will be unbearable? Yes, you're bright, but you're still immature.
How do these conversations make sense?
Translators?
It comes once every 800 years. This is the 4th time. The more light that reaches you, the stronger the dark power. What will be born of the light this time?
We've transcended time and have lived long. We saw the destruction of the Incan Empire. The Incan statue sleeps in the cave below. If you like, we'll give it to you.
Yes, please.
At any rate, go look in the cave.
Why do
Of
you
course
get
I-
to do the cuckoo cooing?
And of course, I would choose to read the one single shadow that Will talks back to.
I'll wait here. You want to get it?
This is the final shape of those touched by the comet's light. They are horrible creatures whose hearts are filled with hatred and destruction. If you can destroy them within 20 seconds, I'll give you the Incan statue.
Oh, goody. Time trials.
Good luck.
This is their final shape? That sucks.
Wow.
They become worm things.
Why are they wandering off and making it harder for me to kill? Oh, man.
Aw.
Guess I gotta go out and try again.
Blah 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 blah. Coo hoo hoo hoo. They're potato bugs. Because they roll up.
So, they're just de-evolving? Is that the idea?
I guess. Hey, hey, good boy. Cool. And I'll give you the Incan statue. Nummy, nummy, nummy.
So the riddle here was to go and appease these shadow people?
Yes.
Coffee.
You got a statue. Yay. statue be?
Tell me it ends with C.
It may end with B.
That would be nice.
Oh, that statue. You are great. There are 2 statues. Go to the Incan ruins.
Okay. Yes, my father summoned me. I don't want to fight the demons, but if my father's alive, I'll risk anything to see him. You don't really understand until you lose your parents.
Typical. I understand. Let's go to the ruins.
They headed to the Incan ruins.
Are you nice to anyone?
Yes.
Turn.
Turny, turny, turny.
Turn.
Panda Nico.
Here's the entrance to the ruins. They say that this is where the puzzle of the Incan legend is hidden. I heard this story from the elder when I was a child. After being invaded, the Incas decided to leave their native land to find a new world. They secretly built a huge ship and filled it with priceless gold artifacts. But there's no record of the ship leaving. That's probably the Incan gold ship in the story. I don't think the elder has ever told that story to any outsider. I wonder what he wants you to do.
Frizzo's got it.
Human emotion. How typical of humans.
Hey.
You're so mean, leaving me behind. How could you do that?
Silence.
Why are you in a place like this? It's dangerous.
Lola told me about this place. I've been waiting. I thought you'd left me. You should tell me where you're going. What is Will looking for in the ruins? I can't just wait around and eat while Will is working so hard. I'm waiting here for Will to return.
Well, a princess wouldn't understand. I'll wait for you here, okay?
Okay.
Will, I remember what the elders said. Put the statue on the Larai cliff below the ruins where the spirit's breath cannot reach. The valley wind will lead you to the gold ship.
Frieza says, kill her.
At least she has some empathy.
Yeah. There was a tremendous wind at the Larai Cliff. That's probably what the old man meant by the breath of the spirits. This is the cliff with no wind. My heart beats fast.
More mindless killing. Mudmen!
Joyous.
Squish, 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 squish.
Go squish somewhere else. Heads. Shooting heads.
Yep.
Why?
Actraiser reference? I don't know.
Coca-Cola demons?
Those head things are mean.
Are those explosions coming out in the shape of skulls?
What explosions where?
When you kill monsters?
I don't know. Maybe.
It's hard to tell with the frame rate sometimes.
Yeah. Or potato bugs.
They don't look like skulls to me.
It didn't most of the times, which is why I was like, it's weird, because there's only been like twice where I thought I saw that. Or 3 times. I think I'm just hallucinating.
Okay.
Or
That's
tiny,
perfectly acceptable for us.
tiny chat. It's being weird.
Maybe it's just the specific way it pixelates the explosion sometimes.
Yeah.
That's probably very likely. Oops. I would stand right in front of its shooting direction.
Die.
Yeah, those face things shooting out spikes is one of those like enemies I'm perfectly happy to just see in Super Nintendo graphics instead of like super realistic graphics.
Yeah.
Yeah. HP.
Health.
Woohoo! You can't go up
Why not?
because it won't let me.
Can you Psycho Dash up there?
No, I can go down off of it. But anyway.
You found the diamond-shaped block.
That was hard. At least these dungeons aren't like the ones that we've been encountering in Tales of Destiny.
Can you break it down and craft it into diamond materials? Weapons and armor and stuff?
No. This is for this.
Ah. But it's diamond-shaped, shiny.
That's all it's for.
You fit the block into the the tile. Yeah. Thunk, 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 thunk.
It lets me go through the doorway.
Yay.
Hey. Well, do you want to go up? Do you want to go down?
Through here.
So much killing.
An explorer who sought the Incan gold ship? In the skeleton's hand is some kind of charm. Inside it is a scrap of paper with this written on it.
Father, please come back alive. Nana.
When you find the gold ship by Karuk, Sebas.
My first reaction was, that's sad. My second reaction was, there's 2 different people on the note. What?
Psycho Dash. Bam.
Because only a psycho is going to get to that treasure box.
Psycho!
No free whatever his face allowed.
Friedan?
Yay.
We found an herb!
More drugs! Aw.
Yeah, freedom. You gotta one up at some point. I wasn't paying attention.
That's the entrance. Where am I going?
I don't. You came from there.
There were more ways to explore, though, I think.
I hope so.
E.
That's the first way we came from.
Where? I don't know.
Of course, I can't hear anything. But I bet I have to find a wall somewhere. Anybody who reaches enlightenment through meditation would be greatly appreciated right now.
Let's see.
I'm gonna stand here and blink at us until we're ready.
Let's see. Ah. Did not mean to do that. There we go. Okay, you did that.
Pa 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 panda neko.
Pa 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 panda nickel.
This is kind of confusing. Let's see. Notice that there is a break on the stone railing. You can jump down into that area.
What stone railing? Where?
The area where you made that ladder came that out there. Yeah.
In here?
No, out.
Out. Going.
Like, there's gonna be a post missing somewhere, or a rock missing, or
Yeah.
something.
Like, notice there's a break.
This? Yay.
I helped.
Thank you.
Pa pa pa.
Psycho. Bam. You know, if potato bugs were actually that big, I would run screaming.
I think most of us would.
Yeah.
Strength has increased.
Doy. Ah.
Wee. We saw fry. Wee.
These are not fit.
related to the fish.
Oh, stop lying.
At least they're not metal slimes.
Yeah.
Oh,
What?
yeah.
Random head. Or helmet.
The decorations are lethal.
It's like that scene from Bedknobs and Broomsticks.
I've never seen that one.
It's like I want to be the guy. Random things sitting in the background will jump out and kill you.
Yeah. Things you're not expecting.
Oh look, a bed of spikes on the ground. I'll jump over them. What? Rocket-powered spike?
Yeah. Or the apples.
Yeah. Apples don't fall up.
Yep.
They do now.
Apparently they're actually cherries.
Ah.
There's something on the ground there.
If I can move that gold statue, I can pass.
Hints.
Hint. Frieza!
Let his brain take a break.
Shortcut? Looks like it.
Yeah.
Yep.
We'll come back for that. Maybe. Oh.
Gold statue. Stepping on a gold tile emits a sound. There are 4 gold tiles. Stand on each of the 4 tiles at the same time.
Right. Hi, dude.
Oh goody, Armos.
Hi, Campbell.
Hello. Frieza.
Hello. Whoa.
Oh.
Not nice.
Hey, stop flaming me. I probably better use an herb here in a sec.
Yeah. Take the medicine. Eating the herb has regained his strength. He regained his strength.
Much better.
How can I step on them if they keep coming to life? Oh wait, I know what it is I'm supposed to do. I'm not supposed to fight them.
Bye-bye.
Reset the puzzle.
Hello, Frieza.
Ah.
No getting near them.
No touchy.
No touchy. No touch.
Yes, I understand that. Now leave me alone. I think that's probably close enough.
Yay. Oh, sparkly. Tonk.
That was random.
Was it a trap?
Tonk.
I have no idea. But I'm going to step on any block I see.
Maybe it smushes monsters.
Somehow I don't think so.
Really, really. me.
Okay.
Sleepy.
Finally. Record what's happened so far. I am Gaia, the source of all life. In case you forgot.
He's just like, I'm leaving.
And Gaia, the source of all life, will continue to wiggle his eyes at you forever.
Which begs the question, is Gaia a him? A her? A really old her? An it?
Dark space.
The original
Gaia
form
is
of like
genderless.
Lavos?
Yay, defense.
Yay,
Shortcut.
stairs.
Wee.
And that's the way we came from.
Yeah.
An explorer. Well, would that technically be him talking?
Yes. He's just taken on a new form.
Ah. He lost his life in a trap.
See, that's supposed to warn us about the trap that we passed. Because he gets smushed.
That's supposed to warn us about the trap that's not very well placed.
Uh-huh. I think the developers needed to rethink this one.
Jumped in. The wind in the valley plays a melody. The statue seems to be singing. You've learned the melody of the wind.
You listen to the beautiful melody on top of the face that's going, ah!
Stop standing on me! This was the only door in and out besides that other one, right? I don't remember. It's too hard to remember.
Dark space, sinister name.
Do I get anything for defeating all the monsters here? Hey, you, wake up.
Isn't there a game series named Dark Space?
Dead
Oh.
Space.
Huh?
Dead Space.
Oh, Dead Space. Okay. Shows what I know.
Ow!
You can do it!
Your favorite killer is feeling toasty.
Die.
Why? Because I can't dodge. I can just stand there and go,
Best strategy ever. You have to love it when you can get an enemy caught in a loop.
Yes.
Can't hit the monsters. Frying pan!
Frying pan.
We haven't gone up that second ladder.
Which second ladder? The shortcut one?
Yeah.
This is just a shortcut back to here, though.
Honestly, I didn't. It's like I forgot that we've actually been over here. Yeah. Yeah.
He doesn't have Psycho Dash.
No. He can't be a psycho.
But he is a psycho, because you made him that way.
Damn.
Okay, that just leads us back to there. That was pointless.
It's fun.
No, it's not.
We.
What do you want from us, game?
Where do we go?
Let's see.
I'm gonna be wandering forever. Oh, I think we might be going the right way. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Aw.
I'm not moving. Ow, ow, ow.
There. Died anyway.
Hey, it made a thing too.
Wee.
Nice.
It wants your soul.
Well, I can't have my soul. I need it.
Nothing can take the Barupia soul.
That's right.
Aw. It's also jealous that you spent so much time on Tales of Destiny.
Sorry, Tales of Destiny is a superior game. Even if its dungeons suck.
Well, just the later ones.
It's not like it didn't take enough time to go through the normal dungeons.
Hello. Hey. It's dead now.
Are you coming to life anytime soon?
Nope.
Do it.
Okay, fine, if you insist. It's going in circles.
That's what they do.
At least it's not launching lasers at you.
Yeah. Into the water? Where are you going?
This way.
She's going wee.
Ah. I see. I'm going to stop you from getting this chest.
Yeah, that was effective.
And an herb.
Come on, stop moving.
I had too much coffee.
Yeah. The most caffeinated monster ever.
Caffeinated statue.
Live? No living? I don't believe it. Not for a minute. Oh.
Well, I'm not having any more coffee tonight, Frieza. Defense. Oh, hey, he does the Magus run. Forgot about that.
The what?
He floats when he dashes. Doesn't he?
No.
Oh, it was the frame rate. Never mind. Tiny chat, it lied to me.
Like me and the skull explosions.
Yeah.
That's okay. It's fun to sit here and wonder what the heck you guys are talking about sometimes.
I keep looking at him and I'm like, hey, my hair's that long.
It's not. It's just a little bit shorter than that.
A little bit, but it's almost there.
Freeland Fabio.
Yeah. Strength.
I need to hack my hair off.
No.
No?
No.
You can't tell me what to do with my hair.
Okay, fine. Hack it off. I don't care.
I know you don't. Walk right into it. Gotta look at the monsters and not at the scenery. Cause I did. I sat there and went, ooh, pretty water. When I should have been going, pathway! Meh.
We're alive. All of
Or
us.
stop
now.
being alive.
Yay.
No more living for you.
Rest in pieces.
Whee!
Oh, I have to go through the middle and kill them? Are you serious?
Oh. We're disrupting your plans.
Stupid slimes. Puddles. That's what they are. Ah, now I've got two of them. It's like the vultures in Link to the Past.
We had 5 energy drinks for breakfast.
So much energy!
Mm. Health! Hooray!
I think
HP.
Zayli just wants to shoot them with a tranquilizer.
More like a fiery arrow.
Someplace new. I don't like the
Someplace
looks of
ominous.
this. Yeah. Because you don't step in the middle.
No, because that would be smart, wouldn't it?
What's down here? Oh. The floors. Or
I have
the
to go see
ceilings.
what's through this other doorway anyway.
The ceiling would come down or something.
The floor falls away, or just the rest of the floor gets cut off, and
I
it's
bet
like,
it's
oh,
not
boss.
even as dangerous as it looks.
There's some kind of journal.
Note about the Incas. They have no written language. They've left their legends in sound. I have succeeded in deciphering the Incan melody of the wind. Chant in the golden room. Does that mean to play the melody of the wind in the golden room?
Yes. Well, we know what to do now.
Yep.
They wanted to
Stop
make sure you couldn't fight the boss as Swordman.
Rachel. We are so happy.
Can't fight the
Guess
boss.
what? We're gonna
Sword.
put a big mean boss in your path, and you get to fight him as the kid.
Maybe
Thanks,
I'll just
gang.
come back after I play the stupid flute.
The room probably seals off.
Probably.
No free Dan for you.
Game.
Strength.
But I'll be strong when I do it.
The only thing I remember about this game from one time I saw it is that like even the first boss is like not that easy, and it's big.
Return to young Will. Blink.
At least I think the first boss was not that easy.
I don't remember. That would be
Save.
fun.
That would also depend on who I watch play it, though.
I've only seen one LP of it. And
It wasn't an
and shit.
LP in my case. It was like I was at a friend's house and they were playing it on their laptop.
Mhm.
You've seen me play through it, Thera.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Exactly. That's why we have no idea what's happening.
Yep.
Button.
Yeah, this was one of the first games, RPG games that Zayli showed me. This and Final Fantasy 3 and Secret of Mana and Secret of Evermore.
Yeah, I played Secret of Evermore and have yet, I've played through that entirely and have yet to actually play Mana.
Mm-hmm. When touched by the echo of the flute, the gold blocks began to glow.
No, gold block.
Oh,
A block.
one block. Glow, 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 glow. Oh, hey.
Maybe you can be Sword Man.
Woohoo! Longer reach.
Release me.
Yeah. You're so dangerous.
Yes, I am.
What's this?
Hi.
Button. I hope it doesn't matter which one I place where. Meh.
Something.
It doesn't match.
He said the Inca statue be on the mantle. Stick. He said the statue. What happened?
I don't know.
Something in the middle of the triangle?
What triangle? Oh, maybe it's a portal?
Something's happening. Oh,
Well then.
It's up here.
shortcut.
A way back, maybe? Yeah, a way back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks like it.
Um.
And boss.
Oh boy. Whoa. Hey. Hey. Oh.
It's kind
That's what I
of
gotta do.
creepy.
Yep.
You! Stop it! Everything
does a
stop
lot of damage.
attacking me.
Yeah.
I am healing right now.
The fireball does a little damage and the line of fire is just like pain.
Yeah.
Look how much health he has.
No! I died.
Wow.
I used to be good at this game.
First boss, everybody.
Oh, he actually said something.
I don't know what he said.
When I think about it, something, something, something.
Nobody paid you to think.
Hey. I will stab you.
Okay.
I will waggle my fingers.
Jeez, these things are hard to miss. At least on the emulator they are. I used to be a lot better at skipping these things. What happened? Why do I suck?
You haven't played it? No, long time.
No, I feel like the game's cheating. I'm not gonna last very long. I bet there's a secret to this that I have completely forgotten too.
I wonder if it's easier. I wonder if it's actually easier to avoid attacks as the kid, even though you're weaker.
Could be.
Maybe he has a smaller hitbox.
Could be. It could be that I was just better at being ADD as a kid.
Yeah, you can use Friedan or Will for this fight.
Good thing I saved. I think I'm not gonna be able to do this fight tonight.
So each takes 5 swings of Friedan's sword to eliminate a hand, 10 shots if you're using Will.
Yeah, that's kind of hard.
At the start of the battle, position Friedan to the left side and just keep swinging.
To the left side and keep swinging.
Before evil red dude can even do anything, you should eliminate that hand. Now move over to the other side and take it out.
Either way, I'm gonna die really fast. Oh, that's because it's not dead.
There you go.
Forgot how patterny these games were. Ow. Dead.
Still kind of ridiculous for a first boss. I'm sometimes aware of having fallen in a place I know. Must have been a nightmare.
I have no lives, no herbs. Show's over.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for coming, Frieza.